Came back, got the canteen, attached to the Maxpedition Kodiak. So we're going to go back to that down log and make some lunch. What I said bring with me is a little summer sausage, try out the grill top. I brought some string cheese. And I was going to take the sack out of here so I didn't have to carry the box. But just a little add water Jiffy pizza mix. And yeah, we're going to see how it goes. I didn't bring any spoons or mixing cups or anything like that, so we're just going to rough it with some sticks, and I'll use the canteen cup, but we'll give her a shot. Going to use a little gel. I'm actually going to take a stick, smooth this out a little bit, see if we can get a more even heat. Well, first attempt went out. What I'm going to do is see if I can leave the grass bundle on top and strike it down into it. It pulls off some shavings that way. Max over there just waiting patiently for his lunch. Better believe he's going to have some sausage. This actually seems like it's working pretty good. The grasses haven't even burnt up. I don't know if you can see down in there. It's the military fuel. It's working out pretty good. I ended up flipping that bunch of grass over, and there was some military gel stuck to it. And so once a little bit of that lit, it actually lit up the gel pretty effectively. You know, when you cut sausage, you got to make sure this guy has some, because he's got your back. Hunga boy. Nice little high fat content. Alright. Actually just going to break this into little chunks. This is a piece of the tree that we split off. I know you're saying you're not supposed to baton with a folding knife, but you know, if you do it safely, it's really not an issue. In fact, you can get them small enough so you can just use your fist. This stuff is pretty easy to split. First, as I say that, not putting any real pressure on the knife. I'm just kind of letting the knife do its thing. And really just want to get these down to little pencil-sized pieces that I'm going to feed through that fire door. I do have the mil-spec gel going in there. I only put about half of the fuel in there. Got the pouch sealed up on there. I'm going to be making the dough here in a second. It's really only going to take a little bit of dough, and I'll leave those for now. If you were a very tiny person, it would look like a big fire, but you know, when I do fires on the canteen, it's really pretty efficient. You don't need a whole lot of wood for those, and so with the scale tool, makes it pretty handy having pliers to be able to move the hot canteen off. You can see it's going pretty good. Actually, just gonna stack two little logs on there. Well, that fire's picking up pretty good. What I'm gonna do is actually use my canteen lid a little bit and smear the sausages around. Get some fat up on there. I'm going to let this fire down just a touch. What I'm doing essentially is I'm just taking my thumbs and I'm pushing out that pizza onto here. Once I get an approximate size, I'm going to, let me bring this back so you can, hopefully that's a little more focused for you. Just squishing it down to about eighth of an inch. And I'm going to dust it with a little flour. I'm going to flip it over. We're going to cook some more sausages. Alright, got a couple pieces of sausage. I'm using the lid as a little frying pan, hoping that'll catch some of the fat that we render out of the sausages. Then we're going to put the bread down, and I'm actually going to put the canteen cup upside down over it, like an oven, covered in cheese. And we'll, I don't know, never done it before. We're going to see how it works. Alright, just flip the sausages over. Like I said, I want to render as much fat out as possible. I also want to get some of this wood burning down a little bit, just to a slow, warm ember. I've talked to this before, but I love the stainless cup that I have, merely because it holds the heat in. Some of my early videos when I was cooking rice and stuff like that, like the Zatarans and stuff like that, I only have about an 8-minute burn time on that alcohol stove I made. But it holds the heat in enough to finish cooking the rice. And so what we're hoping today is when I put it on, not only is the stainless cup going to act as a insulating oven, but I'm hoping the canteen stove with the grill top, with its stainless components, that it will hold radiant heat in a little bit better and allow me to turn this into a small oven. Alright, I'm going to have to swap my batteries out here pretty soon, but let's see if I can get it look in the light better. Basically I have the bread, the 3 sausages, and a couple strips of string cheese. We're going to set that on there. We're going to leave the handle retracted, and we're just going to stick that right over the top. We're going to have to push this back a little bit. Soft dirt, I'm sinking in. And that's just it. We're going to come back and check in probably about 5 minutes, I'll give it. And then we'll see what it looks like. Alright, got my knee pad here. About 5 minutes. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Bottom's probably about done. Really wish I could kind of flip this over. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it on there. And I'm going to take it off the flame and just leave it on here in the wood. I still got nice radiant heat coming through there. You also see, well, obviously the juniper leaves a little sooty, and you can see we're getting a little snow. This very light clouds, but sun's going down in about, looks about an hour, and temperature's dropping a little bit, so just a little bit of moisture up in the clouds. It's going to turn to snow. You can see this is all very light, dusty. These are some pretty good coals, these little pieces of dry juniper and grasses. So I'm going to let this burn out, and then as you saw in the beginning, I kind of cleared this area of any debris or anything like that. So let's take our canteen here and thoroughly make sure this is a muddy, cold mess. And I'll probably redouse it before I take off. The mil-spec powder is also non-toxic, breaks down, so not too worried about that. But I will cover this up and no one will ever know I was here, other than my footprints. Alright, see if I can. Oh, it's still a little warm. Not too warm I can't pick it up though. See if I can get the lid off without knocking it off. Nice little built up of steam on the inside. That's always good to see. And let's see if this is stuck on there. Oh, end broke a little bit. A little crumbly at the end. But nice and melted. It's not doughy. You can see on the edge of this thing focused up close. Looks like it got a little burnt on the bottom, so maybe I should have pulled it off a little sooner. But yeah, that's gonna be my pizza. And obviously you could put sauce on there. I don't really need sauce, but trail pizza by Canteen Cup.